Hello, everyone, and welcome back to NSP Fantasy Talk. Hopefully, you guys won your matchup on week 10. This time is going to be a little rough in the waiver wire, but due to injuries such as Dalton Kincaid and Najee Harris, we do have a few options out there just in case those guys miss some time. Of course, we will be live tonight on TikTok as well as YouTube. So if you have any fantasy questions, hit us up on our live stream, or if you can't make it, please leave a comment down in the section below or join our Discord, which the link is in the bio. We don't like to waste time here. We're going to get right into it. As we always do, we start off with quarterbacks. Number one, didn't think I was going to say his name this season, but I'm going to talk about Bo Nix. I'm done holding back. This guy, I was super skeptical about this guy coming to the season and during the season. He's been doing good recently. And then I think what the nail in the coffin was just his performance against Kansas City. He did so well. He was able to put up at least 17 points for fantasy. He's averaging 17 points for fantasy football. He's currently ranked 9th as far as quarterbacks. Now, in week 11, he is going up against Atlanta, which is a pretty good matchup for quarterbacks. So I wouldn't mind if you would like to start Bo Nix as a streaming option, or if you just want to pick him up as insurance. Another guy who's a great streaming option this week, or you just may need to play him, is Russell Wilson. He is averaging 19 points per game, and he's going up against Baltimore. So I really do feel like it will be a shootout, especially if your quarterback, either Baker Mayfield or Kyler Murray, is on the bye. He could be a good streaming option for you in the quarterback position. Now let's run into running back position. I got quite a few guys over here. Number one, of course, we're going to talk about Jaylen Warren. Jaylen Warren, really, if you look at the performance, he outperformed Najee Harris. I'm not saying you should go pick up Jaylen Warren. I start him immediately. He is not a starting option. He is out there. You should pick him up just in case Najee does miss this upcoming game against Baltimore. So if Najee is out, I think Jaylen Warren is a must-start guy. He's going to be the workhorse in that backfield, so he's worth a waiver wire pickup. After him, we got Cam Akers, another injury deal here. Cam Akers is only 20% of leagues. Now, of course, if Aaron Jones does miss week 11, Cam Akers is a guy who you want to plug in and play, right? Cam Akers did see a lot of extra work last week because Aaron Jones did miss, I believe, the second half due to a chest injury. So that is something we have to monitor. I am recording this on Monday, so there could be news by the time this video gets out. So monitor that. If Aaron Jones will not be playing, go out there. Cam Akers, he's available, only 20% of leagues. Go pick him up. Now, another running back that I want to talk about, I'm probably going to butcher this guy's name, is Audric Estime. Audric Estime is a running back for the Denver Broncos. Now, we had Sean Payton come out here and say that he was going to get some of the workload. Now, after this past game, he was very encouraged, Sean Payton was, with Estime's performance against the Kansas City Chiefs, and he says that he could probably have a bigger role going forward. So I clearly see this guy of gaining that starting position and keeping Javonte Williams as that third down back. Now, Esme is owned in 7% of leagues, so this is a great guy to pick up if you are in a super deep league or even in a dynasty league. I know this guy would be probably number one on my waiver wire pickups. So now we're done with running backs. Let's run it into wide receivers. So this wide receiver I want to talk about is my boy again, Jawan Jennings. I've been talking about this guy for the past 3 weeks, what it seems like. Go pick him up. He's still out there and he's still available in a lot of leagues. He will remain as the wide receiver 3 for fantasy moving forward. So what that means is that he's probably going to be a flex guy, or in a deep league, he's probably a start guy. But he does play the X role for the 49ers, and we have gotten word from Kyle Shanahan, since Brandon Ayuk is out for the season, that Jawan Jennings will remain as the X position on that offense. So it's super exciting if he is out there, he's available, or if you took a chance, you listened to us last week to go pick him up. Super exciting if you do own him. He's not a must-start guy every single week unless you're in a deep league or you absolutely need the help. So after him, we're going to have Cedric Tillman, another guy who I'm kind of surprised who is still available, probably because he entered a bye week. So he did have a bye week last week, but he's out there. He's available in over 30% of leagues, so go check him out. And he's clearly going to have a role in that offense. Now, from what we've seen in the past, teams that are struggling coming off the bye week, they have a whole new identity, and I think Tillman's going to have a much bigger role getting out of the bye week. So after him, we got tight ends, probably the most difficult position this year for fantasy football. Number one is Dawson Knox. We haven't heard that name in so long, but unfortunately, Dalton Kincaid does go down with a knee injury. We don't know what's going to happen with him, so we are going to closely monitor the situation to see if he will be missing next week. Now, if he does, I think Dawson Knox will be a great streaming option. He is only owned in 4% of leagues. So go out there, check him out, pick him up. After him, we're going to have to talk about Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz is still available. Yes, 2 weeks ago, he did have a poor performance, but this is one of the most reliable guys in fantasy football. He's in a great offense, and he's going to be continuously getting heavily involved in that offense as well. So 2 weeks ago, I'm dropping it. I'm not paying attention. This guy still continues to be a great streaming option for tight ends. After the tight end position, we talk about defenses. And if you're like me, I like to stream defenses to give you the best possible opportunity to win your fantasy matchup. So number one, we're going to get the Dolphins against the Raiders, then the Vikings against Titans, Packers against Bears, Lions against Jags, and then the Texans against them boys, the Cowboys. They played horribly. I don't know what to expect from the Cowboys going forward. But those are some great defenses that you could go out there, you could stream this week to help you win your fantasy matchup. Of course, as I said, if you guys have any questions, please leave it down in the comment section below or join us live on YouTube or on TikTok. Appreciate you guys as always. And until next time, keep on grinding.